Hello and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore. My name is Syken and today we're continuing our World of Warcraft Hardcore journey with Syken Burns in Ashenvale. I have done a Black Fathom Depth run, but it was unfortunately not recording, so that is on me. We basically got a level out of it and that's about it. We are now rejoining our quests, and the first one that we're doing is a very difficult one. We need to escort Pharaoh Iron Hand all the way to here. Supplies for Oberdeen is indeed one of the more difficult quests in the game. We got ourselves, by the way, our first ring also from the pre-quest. So the Nomi is well equipped now. Gotta make sure that we're nicely dotting all of these guys up.
I can't pass that yet. That's still recharging.
Down to 28%, which is not great. A bit of health funnel. Just to keep the Void Walker going. A little bit more health funnel. And that's really why the quest is one of the more difficult ones. You gotta fight a set of 4 of them. And once you're done, it immediately continues, eh? Luckily, as a Warlock, we are quick to recover. And we also got good crowd control. Unfortunately, can't deal with 4 of them at the same time without taking damage on both Charnak and ourselves. So I think the next one is 4 again. It's a fight right up there. Do I have any other consumables that I can draw from? No.
Still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't pass that yet. That's still recharging. Far away. I can't pass that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Good, that was a triplet pack. High level though. All right. Just a little snack. Drinking enough to be at 70%. And I think we're okay for now. If I'm not mistaken, there was one more rather sizable encounter. The first 2 were okay. I mean, they were not easy, but they were definitely doable. The last one, I think, is a boss with 2 ads, if I'm not remembering incorrectly. Maybe I should also let good old Pharaoh here tank 1. And not just tank all 3 myself. Pharaoh so far has gotten completely unscathed out of that. And that's of course not how it should be. He should survive, but he is definitely a decent tank. Level 20 will take a lot of damage though. Alright. Are you kidding me?
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
He's down immediately. Listen, I mean, I do understand that that's a lot of damage, okay? But holy smokes.
I can't pass that yet.
Okay, I think it's time for us to boogie out. No need to fight these guys. Gosh, okay. So much for him tanking, eh? AKA not a great idea. Okay, I think we're trying that again. Good. First ambush. Here we go. Why is he that squishy? It's not a problem of getting those guys down, but it is a problem of continuously losing him. Oh boy, that sucks. Good, so unless we're having the option to just taunt all of them off, which I don't think we do. I don't see that we can do it right now without killing them much faster than what we're doing. I could dot every one of them, but then I would be tanking. And I wouldn't even potentially tank all of them. Alright. Let's take the L. That is unfortunate. We're going to go on to an aggressive defense. That's the next thing we'd like to do. And elemental bracers, because I want the Light of Loon. Alright, we are ready. And this is a kill quest. Fantastic. There isn't much that we can F up with a kill quest. All we need to do is get through them. So my typical rotation at the moment, since I do have a wand now, from Black Fathom Depth, is I am going in, letting the Voidwalker tank a little bit. They don't take too much damage. I put down all of the 3 dots. And depending on how high of a level the enemy is, I'll either immediately start wanding or put another Shadow Bolt in. And typically, that is enough to kind of get them down. The wand itself is super strong. Voidwalker isn't taking a lot of damage.
That spell isn't ready yet. It's too far away.
In cases where I'm drawing aggro, I'll let the Voidwalker take over and then just life drain. Alright, so I think, given that it was relatively straightforward, there isn't too much that is worth recording here. Maybe one more kill, and then we're fast forwarding it for you.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
The Voidwalker, by the way, so very tanky. Really appreciate them. Another comment that I would have is keep in mind, since level 22 we're now level 25, I haven't bought new skills, so when it is time to ding level 26, I definitely need to go and take up new skills. It's about damn time.
That's still recharging.
Yeah, just as a reference, if I'm not Shadow Bolting, you can still see that I'm getting quite a few good hits in with the wand. So it's not necessarily that much lower damage, and during the time when I'm wanting, I can regenerate a lot of mana. So yep, that's the rotation at the moment. Works very well. Can't complain, unless you do have a escort quest. It's actually going very well with single ports. Alright, fast forward for you, and we're going to see after we've killed enough full borgs. Alrighty, we're done with the full borgs. Time for everybody's favorite quest, the Light of Elune. This time not 15 levels over leveled, but since I now know the Alliance quests, we're actually going to do them. And guess what? Elementals are just up our sleeve. That is so good. We need 5 of these guys, and then use our Divine Scroll. Well, 5 of the bracers, then use our Divine Scroll.
That spell isn't ready yet.
And
That's still
that'll
recharging.
get the first part done. Then it is just one more part. These guys are level 25, so I gotta pop a little bit harder here. Very good. Another great aspect about the Warlock is Unending Breath, a totally underrated skill. To always be able to breathe underwater. That's just so good. Be careful pulling to the side without pulling an ad. Well, never mind. Don't have Banish yet. Or shall I say, I have not bought Banish yet. Because that might even be that I do have Banish.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
Yeah, double pulls, 0 problem. Our tank is just healing to full. We're getting some nice little water. And look at that, Tidris, the named high-level boss here.
I can't cast that yet.
Resists a lot, but that's okay.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
We continue to hit her. And unfortunately no drop.
I can't cast that yet.
Good, since we're a little bit lower on health. Oh wow, the server is lagging. It says latency is 58. It's hard to believe. Good. Now that we have done everything above the waterline, this is where another advantage of a pet class comes into play. You're not only ranged, but your pet also doesn't suffer from the speed reduction underwater. Very good. So we got 3 bracers. Since we can stay here underneath the water for as long as we want, we're okay. There's a little druid over here. Potentially also doing the quest, or just farming something underwater.
That's still recharging.
Oh, did I? Sorry. Didn't see you there. Yeah, I don't like bad manners, like for instance pulling something away from someone else. That would just not be my style. I don't like it when other people are doing that either. And it's a very scarce mindset. If everybody just keeps to their mobs, you're going to be fine. Like, if you're pulling from others, that only creates retaliation. And I've seen a lot of quote-unquote drama around people pulling mobs from others. If that happens to me, I'm just going to go to a different mob, and if it continuously happens, I'm just going to a different quest. Or switching layers. It's really not that difficult. Very good. We need one more bracer. Is that correct? No, 2 more. Let me fast forward that for you guys. Alright, finally got all of the bracers collected, got the divine scroll, and time to hand in. So, next up, I also made up my mind regarding my professions. I think the lack of funds, if you're self-funded and need to put all of the weapons aside, that in itself is already a bit of a problem, but the enchanting profession, I'm not 100% sure if I can really pull this off. And the reason why I'm not sure is the different rods that I need require quite a bit of effort to make, and we would need to do that all by ourselves. So that's not a workable solution for me, to be entirely honest. It just isn't. Instead, what I would suggest is I'll do alchemy all the way up to the frost oil. I might continue with herbalism, just so that I do have the herbs available. And I would go and switch the alchemy for tailoring. So that's a combination that I could get behind. It's basically a money-making skill, so a gathering skill, and tailoring. Later in the process, when we hit level 60 and we're finally done with self-rule, then I could go into and buy the materials for engineering, which would be a pretty sizable power shift then as well, because then at level 60 I would be able to make my own clothes, and at the same time do have all of the engineering. So that would really be a well functioning character, granted one that cannot farm, but still.
I need art.
He can do bags and whatever else is needed just as easily, and we do have a mooncloth timer, which is always nice that stuff sells all the time. Okay, so that's the plan with regard to professions. Let me go to the Barrens next. That's where I would want to go. I stumbled upon that massive full war camp here, which I didn't want to go into to begin with. So we're going into the Barrens, and we're going to finish the Light of Loon quest, which almost gets us to 26. If we can get one more quest here, then I think we can go back and just buy skills. And maybe do the stockades. Maybe. That would be a decent dungeon to do as well. There are a lot of quests around it though, so we would need to prepare that. Anyways, fast forward until we are in the Barrens. Alright, time for the Barrens. Always a scary place if you are Horde. If you are not Horde, if you're Alliance. There are way more things out to get you and kill you than the other way around. We need to go on top of this mountain, kill a guy, retrieve the substance, and then we're going to go back, and that'll be finally Light of a Loony, or Light of a Loon, which is going to be our only oh shit button that we do have. and it only works once. Last time with my paladin, I fat fingered it and basically lost it in Zul'Farrak. That should not happen again. Alright, Dread Mr. Peak, here we come. Got a rare demon up here, interesting. If we just so happen to run into him, I think we're going to kill him because that's a sure drop of a magic item. But in the meantime, let's just weasel our way all the way up to here, the very top. Not sure why we're being invited. And oh, there we go. I have not seen that druid. That was the druid that we stole earlier. Fabulous. Very good. Well, he certainly snuck up on us right here. We're going to go back, trade it in, are done, and I think that'll also be enough for a level up. Good. It took us a while, but we finally made it back. I went through the entire Fort War camp just as a matter of principle and grinded some more. There's the Light of Illumi, or Light of Illum, most important item in our possession. And with it, I think we will need our macro again. Just let's not fat finger it this time. That would not be great. Alright, so 1.5 bars. I think I'll just do Rain's Cleansing here and then trade in the aggressive defenders. That looks like a plan to get to 26, then we can teleport back, finally get skills. In terms of just fun, since I started selling stuff, I still have the whole bank full of stuff, so we can use that as well. But since I started selling more aggressively, you can also see that the funds are looking much better. We're at 6.5 gold pieces. It's a bit deceptively high because we have a lot of skills that we need to buy, and grimoires for the demons as well. But I think we're at least going to catch up with all of the skills and won't be always behind. That was a bit unfortunate. The whole self-found thing, I've been thinking about that lately more and more. It is fun. I mean, the experience is different because you just need to jump through extra hoops in order to achieve what you want to achieve. You get rewarded by kind of a little appreciation that at the end of the road you made it and were essentially self-found. But at the same time, I don't fully know if I will do it on future characters. Mainly, at the beginning it really didn't matter because I had nothing. Now I do have bags, and even kind of setups like I'm currently having are unfortunate. For instance, I am raiding on one of my characters, and I would need poison sacks to be farmed. So I can either do that with the main character. However, they're oftentimes raid locked in order to not lose the buffs. Therefore not available. I could of course do that with any other character, but the optimal way of farming that would be to have a low level character like this who is just in the right range of the enemies and combine experience gain with the ability to also gain material that I can effectively sell a little bit later. So I think therein lies the biggest problem of self-found. It's not really good for a bigger roster of characters. And since I want to do 60 dungeons, and since I do not intend to grind for the petrification potion recipe myself, which would take ages in order to accomplish, there is really no great out in a dungeon. You're always running that extra risk that someone isn't fit for purpose, and then you're doing like what, trying to run away with a nifty stopwatch like I did the last time. That's no permanent solution if you want to do 60 dungeons over and over. Plus, for raiding context, it definitely doesn't work at all. Anyways, those are a couple of thoughts around the self-found. It'll happen this season, but it's likely not going to continue in future seasons if I'm producing them. Until then, let's fast forward and trade in the quest. Hopefully we'll get a level. Okay, so it just so happened we arrived at Stormwind, got ourselves here. I'm just about to trade in all of the things. By the way, we increased the maximum mana for now. And soon we're going to go for Fell Stamina, which is the better or more important part. But before we do that, let's trade in
Have a good one. For the Alliance.
the Succubus.
See you around. Be careful.
Good, the binding. Summon the Succubus. As always, you have to fight in order to get your new demon. So, let's get to the binding circle. We are adequately buffed, so that should be fine. Let's just use the Void Walker to make it safer. And there we go. Oh, we're summoning an incubus. Nice.
I don't have a target. I need a target. That's still recharging. I can't cross that yet.
Very good. I mean, he's level 20, so there's much happening here. Oh, if I could get an incubus, that would be awesome. He looks good. I think they added that a little bit later. When I was playing originally, there were only succubi, and now there is an incubus. Cool. Very nice.
You need something?
So,
For the Alliance. See you around.
binding done. That's a soul shard back. I like that idea as well. I like it a lot. Okay, so corruption, yes, we need that. Curse of Tongues, I want that. Life Tap is good. Searing Pain upgrade. I mean, we have enough money now, so that is not a big problem.
Salutations.
Demon Trainer. Void Walker gets Torment level 2. More Sacrifice. Better Consume Shadows. And Suffer.
Daylight's
Well, that
burning.
seems like a great upgrade for us. Why am I ending up in the fire pit? Okay, cool. So, let's get the new skills in order. Alrighty, since we are anyways here, I figured we might as well go and do a little dungeon. Stockades is on the plan. I took it upon me and got all of the necessary quests and formed a group. So since that's a really quick dungeon, I'll just put it into this episode instead of doing a new one. Should be a no problemo run, to be fair. And with 1,200 hit points, we are definitely ready for war. Also got myself the flight path right down here in Duskwood. So that'll likely be one of the next areas that we're questing in. We have 2 warlocks. The other one is running an incubus, which is, I think, a good idea. Alright, let's wait for the tank and then give it a go. Good. As always, people are a little bit lazy. And therefore, one quest to be shared, but I don't mind that at all. I don't mind it at all. Good, let's see how good the tank is.
I can't pass that. That spell isn't ready. That's still recharging.
There's definitely still a server lag. But it's okay, we're not tanking, so we should be fine. I'll stick with my 3 shards rule. By the way, I got shard backpacks, so they will serve very well. Got shard backpacks, so they're going to serve us super well.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
I'm still contemplating when to use them. At the moment I'm still using a herbalist pouch, and I would need enough backspace, but having 12 shards instead of just 3 will be a pretty sizable quality of life improvement. If you wonder why am I wanting that much, well, it's quite simple. The one that we've gotten from Black Feather in Depth is the Gravestone Scepter, and this is just massive. No other way to put it. It's huge. That also means I don't need to sack as much. I can just put 2 dots onto it and 1, and still deal decent damage with it. Matter of fact, as fast as these guys are dying, anything more than 2 global cooldowns per might be a waste. 9 intellect. That would let us look very, very stupid. But it is an upgrade. So stupid we look.
That's still recharging. I can't pass that. That's still recharging.
Let's hope there will be a rogue upgrade soon. I think I need to run Shadowfang Keep for the rogues of Arogal.
I can't pass that. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't pass that. That spell isn't ready yet.
this is a dot heavy group, one could say. Tank is just going in. It's pretty much tanking it with 0 problems. And everybody's throwing their dots up, like 2 rows of Warlock dots and then Shadowward Pain on top of it. Nasty.
That's still recharging.
And my mana conserving wanding still gets me in single pulls into good spot, double pulls should be fine, even more so. Control ran into me, that was sloppy, I should have seen that one coming. So as soon as 2 of them are coming, we're just dotting them nicely up. And just the overall damage that is happening. Gosh, there's definitely a latency issue here. Did not have that in any other zone, but it's noticeable.
I can't pass that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't pass that
Alright, the priest really nicely has a renew on me at all times. For intellect, well, that's nice, but I prefer our stamina boots.
I can't pass that yet.
Good, everybody is dotted up. And with 4 row of dots, we're actually top DPS.
That's still recharging. I can't pass that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't pass that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That's still recharging. I can't pass that.
Priest also seems to have it nicely under control, but so far we have also not missed pull. Everything was relatively straightforward, eh? This is where it could become a bit more interesting.
That's still recharging. I can't pass that.
Yeah, the stockades, I don't even know if they are a dungeon. They are a nice little small elite quest area. They officially are listed as a dungeon. But But unless you are pulling like a whole lot of guys here, it's very hard to wipe in that environment.
I can't pass that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
Thanks to our strong one, we really suffer 0 mana problems. This is such a different playstyle to the dungeons beforehand. All right. Let the tank pull.
I can't pass that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't pass that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't pass that yet.
And we have 2 lines of dots running on all of them. Very much dishing out enough damage.
I need to target something first.
Easy. And the relative cool part about the dots is also their aggro isn't as high. I've noticed with other casters easily drawing aggro if you're multi-targeting. The case here. Chopin is unfortunately down. Summoning. Alright, two times fully dotted. I love it when the numbers just keep on coming. Good. Healing ourselves up. All good. Just tank and spank, really. I can fear. We have seduction, easy turn. against a ward with so many dots, there isn't really much that he is doing other than giving us his hand.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
Okay, as per the usual, we're potentially not making that bandana drop quest. If everybody has it, it's just not going to work out. But let's see, maybe we're lucky.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Alright, he correctly has pulled back to not pull the ad. Well done.
That spell isn't ready yet.
We're up to 6 banners, which is still likely not going to be enough. We have only a few more rooms left.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Gosh, the stockings are laggy. Luckily, we do have a good tank and healer. I wouldn't want to heal under those circumstances.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
topics coming up. Isn't super long. Okay, well done. I was afraid that this guy would pull. I was about to curse of recklessness them, so they're not running. $85 could be good enough to win the chest. Let's see. Of course it's not. Well, the other warlock got it. And he won a lock chest. Wonderful. So So there really was nothing to roll for to begin with.
That's still recharging. I can't pass that yet.
Wow, people are leveling. Nice. This guy was a quest mob. Unfortunately, the pre-quest requires us to do quests at the weapons, which is also something we could do. And I likely need to rerun for the bandana quest. I think that's the last of the bosses. I might be wrong. There might be one more all the way back in the last room. Yep, I am wrong. There was one more. Good. I think that that kill quest just resolved itself. Fortunately, still no bandanas. Yeah, we're 6 out of 10. Alright, we didn't even get more bandanas, so yeah, it's definitely going to be a rerun. Basil, the end boss.
That's still recharging. I can't pass that. That's still recharging.
That's two warlocks just fear crowd controlling. Funny. And we end up with 7 instead of 10 bandanas, so it's kind of a come back tomorrow thing. But in terms of the other quests, we completed 4 of them. A couple of nice items that we can sell, and overall good compensation. I like the 40 silver pieces for one of the quests. Alright, that's it. That's all I had for today. It was a
Greetings.
remarkably
Go with honor,
straightforward
friend.
episode.
Bless you.
A bit of
Go with
questing
honor, friend.
and quite a bit of experience. Anyways, I'll trade in the quests. Thank you so much for watching. See you a little bit later, and bye bye.